What's up, my Poke Peeps? My name is Sarkis11. I should have stopped saying Poke Peeps. Sorry, Shoddy. What's up, everyone? My name is Sarkis11. Today we're back with some more GPC. This time Showdown bent me over by screwing up my Mega Ampharos set. I just ran max HP. That's it. No defense, no special defense. I think I wanted to run specially defensive this week. I can't even remember because I built this team a week and a half ago. But I wanted to run probably Spadef or mixed defense with Mega Ampharos, and then just a standard one with Volt Switch Dragon Balls, which I kind of start bringing every week right now because it's just amazing. Then we have a Colbert Berry, 3 attacks, Slack Off Slowking, because I feel like it can do very well against this team. Grassnot is just there for general coverage. It didn't actually come into play, as you can tell from team matchup. It could be for no, because this thing gets bent over by Scald. He had a Gastrodon, that's why I brought Grassnot. Scolipede, which is very well against this team. I figured, you know what, let's just bring Hazard Stack again, because he didn't have an awful lot of hazard removal things. He did have an Excadrill though, which was what he was probably going to bring. That's why I'm running defensive Slowking. I'm running defensive Landorus, and I kind of running yeah, I'm also running defensive Mandibus. So I over prepared for Excadrill. Still gonna present problems, I think, but this is basically that speed, max speed Altaria. So I mean, even if it sets up Dragonons, it can just protect, and that will be faster. But I can take any one hit if it's a +1 with this specific spread. So yay. And then there's Landorus, which is just defensive. This time I'm running Leftover instead of Yachi Berry because people be kind of anticipating me to bring Yachi at this point, I guess. 28 just to prevent people from speed creeping me. I always put random EVs in here, so like, okay, if you put 20 every single time, people are going to catch up on that. So sometimes I put like 12, sometimes I'll put like 40. So you never know how much that speed I'll put into something, just the way I'm feeling it at that point. So yeah, Stealth Frogs, Earthquake, Knockoff, U-Turn, Knockoff there just because it's great. And Infernape, star of last week, is this week running a Home Claw set. Reason being is nothing really to stop Flare Blizz and the combo of Flare Blizz and Close Combat again, apart from defensive Mega Altaria. So I brought Home Claw's Gunk Shot. Just preventing me from missing. Gunk Shot is 120 base power. It's just gonna do a hell of a lot. Just to overuse that term again. And then there's physically defensive Mandibus with Foul Play, Ruse, Defog, and Toxic. Because I don't want to. I mean, I have Hazard Stack, so it would kind of be a waste. But he also has the ability to Hazard Stack, so I don't want to get Hazard Stacked on first. So yeah, that's gonna be it. This is a team matchup. Mega Altaria, Roserade, Rotom Heat, T-Tar, Excadrill, and then there's Dusclops. So this is the initial battle. We had to redo it, but I lead with Mega Ampharos, so he leads with Rotom Heat, and I figure, you know what, he's not gonna go into this guy turn 1 risking me to Focus Blast. Because I could very well overpredict turn 1 Focus Blast, and then that would already kind of seal the deal. Neither would he go into T-Tar for the exact same reason. If I predict Excadrill, go for Focus Blast, then that thing is going to be dead. I don't actually have Focus Blast, but he doesn't know that. So I figured the safest Volt Switch of my life, because the Roserade is going to come in. So that's exactly what I do. He Volt Switches out first, and then I'm gonna go for a Volt Switch of my own. This turn, by the way, took him 3.5 minutes. He already kept me waiting for like a solid 10 before we actually started the game, and now this was really started to piss me off. So I threw up the timer, and that's gonna come into play like really fast. He goes into Roserade, I just go into Infernape. I kind of I calc this damage, and that means that this Roserade had no HP investment and no special attack investment. No special defense investment at all. So I already knew that this Roserade was going to be very offensive, like either a Life Orb or Choice Scarf variant, and I was kind of anticipating Choice Scarf with Extra Sensory right here. So, but I figured, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna click Flare Blitz. and that's exactly what I do, and that does a solid 47%. And at this point, he times out, so I win due to inactivity. Would have given me a 6-0 basically, but he was furious. He was outrageous in the chat, and it was actually quite enjoyable. Not gonna lie. But Bob said, you know what, you guys have to replay this. You just redo the moves, and Socrates can start the timer immediately. So that's what we did right here. So let's just go with that. We replay the first couple of moves. We redo it. I'm just gonna put it on fast right here because you already know what happens. I volt switch out. He volt switches out. I already know his rose right said. I don't need to recalc that again. But this is 25%. And now I'm going to Infernape. He switches down to Goddess Clubs, and I go for Flare Blitz. One thing changing though. I get a burn, which makes this a 2-hit KO. Otherwise, I probably would have gone for a Hone Claws right there, but this basically allows me to just go for another Flare Blitz. I kind of wanted to go for a Close Combat right here, I just didn't have the balls to, and I didn't really feel the need to do so. Yeah, he goes in Rotom Heat. I mean, I have an answer to that, which is my Ampharos, because Ampharos doesn't give a shit about any Rotom Heat variant, even if he wants to go for super effective H in power, then I still don't care. But I go into Lander right here because I wanted to get my Stall Frogs, but he predicts that very well, and he just goes for an Ice Beam, and that almost kills me. Here I figure, you know what? Okay, let me just throw up my Stall Frogs right here, and he goes in a Dusclops, which basically sacking his Dusclops because he didn't want me to severely damage or maybe even take out his T-Tart, as it could be any set at that point. Well, he did see leftovers, but I go for an Earthquake. I take out the, this is the first skill for Landorus-I this season, I think. I'm not sure. But I take out Dusclops, and at this point, I'm going to switch into Slowking, but he pulls a double in Rotom Heat, which is an alright play, but you put your Rotom Heat into Stall Frog, switch in damage, and I have a very good answer for this Rotom Heat. If you actually watch Omega's part, this is where he's just like fuck everything, and he's really upset because of the timer incident, and he just got really heated. So he's not playing to the best of his abilities, but yeah. So I mean, I know he's I talked with Rufus, I think it was Rufus or Gareth, I have no idea, but another member of the GPC about this play. But he said you should have stayed in and gone for a Focus Blast, because it was very obvious I wasn't going to attack you. I was like, okay, but I didn't pack that this week, so there's no point in doing so. And he was like, yeah, then this play makes an awful lot of sense. I go into Slowking because I figured, you know, I can take anything, and the Landorus switch is pretty obvious, so I predicted an Iron Head. And then on the Earthquake I wanted to go into Landorus. Maybe I could take one from there and just apply more pressure on him. But he goes for a Swords Dance, and at this point I'm just terrified. The best thing I can do is just go into Landorus, I get an Intimidate off. Well, basically, I went into Landorus to sacrifice it, just to Death Fodder it, and then I could go into Infernape because this is the last turn of Sand. I could go into Infernape, get another kill because his only switch in was like Altaria, and after Rocks, after Life Orb Close Combat, he couldn't take Gunk Shot, regardless of any spread, and he was gonna Mega Evolve because he probably wouldn't predict the Gunk Shot, but he over predicts. Right here, and he goes for another Earthquake. So there's a Landorus second kill. I have no idea why he did that. He said, "Oh, I just gave you that kill because I overpredicted." Very stupidly, but he goes into Mega Altaria. I U-turn out. I figure, you know what? Okay, Landorus-I, it's time to go. You should die, but he doesn't have any speed on this guy. So it turns out to be a very, very bulky Mega Altaria, which means that Scalpy can live any one hit. And I basically just go for a Poison Jab. I get the Lucky and Bat status again, because I do get a poison with the Poison Jab, and even if this T-Tar was, I calc the Poison Jab damage, and he has a lot of HP investment but no defense investment, or maybe a bit of defense investment, I have no idea, but I calced it, and Earthquake was a roll at this point, so that's why I go for Protect. We've already seen that this T-Tar is Smooth Rock. So, I go for Protect, and this definitely brings him into range of Earthquake. And this is where the cookie crumbles, basically. because this is where Scallopy just cleans up the rest of the game. Roserade, had he had maybe some defense investment, because we could already see from Volt Switch damage I didn't have any HP or def investment, so there was still the option somewhere. He wasn't running any defense, but there still was the possibility that he had some defense EVs, so that would have made Poison Jab a roll right here, and I just didn't want to do that. So the additional Sandstorm damage guarantees, because it was a minimum of 61 or 62, I can't remember. But yeah, I go for Poison Jab, which is 56%, so I just clean up the Roserade. He can go to Rotom Heat, that dies to Stall Frog, so that's a third kill for Landorus-I, and now he just goes into Altaria, and that's going to die to an Expert Belt Poison Jab. So I choke week 1, I get demolished at week number 2, I redeem myself in week number 3, and I get a 6-0 in week number 4. I cannot wait what week 5 has to be. Well, week 5 is mid-season tournament, so I have to play someone from a different division. And in week 6, I think we play Bob. And I'm gonna roll right now, and I don't plan on stopping right here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this week as much as I did, because this was great fun. I got called a petty player because I put on a timer and he just took ages to make moves, and I was really upset because it took him a solid 3 minutes every single time before he'd actually make a move. That's why this guy probably should not ever play Wi-Fi, because he's always balls. Still taking a stab because he already took a stab at me as well, so I guess it's only fair. Sorry, not really, but so that's what we did. But I mean, if he would have given me the forfeit, like, okay, you win 6-0, well, that probably would have ended up same, because I won 6-0 right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I cannot wait for the mid-season tournament and what that will bring us. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Yeah.